Hi guys, good evening. My name is Darren. Welcome to the UBS podcast, all right, episode 17, brought to you by UBS Academy. My name is Darren. Then today's topic will be global market update. Okay, tonight there will be a few updates, all right. First of all, is the UBS Chinese New Year Spring Festival. Then there will be another Global Academy Chinese New Year airdrop, which is happening tomorrow. So let me just go through one by one, all right, before I go to the topic. Let me just share with you, all right. Okay, when you log in to an app or web for your account, UBS account, you can go to the page here, homepage, and you can see there's a couple of events happening, all right. Okay, let's click in. Okay, this is the first event, all right, from 23rd of January to 22nd of February. Okay, here's some of the rules and regulations. Event requirements, all right. Can invite 15 participants, all right. So you can do some claiming for Singapore, for the company if you are doing any events. So please read the rules and regulations. I will not repeat here, all right, just to show you where to get it. Second, this is the UBX Spring Festival Red Packet Bonanza celebrating the new year with daily airdrop rewards. Uh, it's happening on today, all right, 28th January to 5th February. Okay. Please also read the criteria and the airdrop rules properly so you can participate as well. Okay. Maybe I just go through this is new, right? Okay. The participation criteria. Users must participate in staking transaction during the campaign period, and each user can claim only one red packet every day. Users who participate in staking transactions will have a chance to win a red packet airdrop. Okay, number two, airdrop rules. Every day, 1,000 lucky users will be randomly selected, and the reward will be USDD. All airdrop rewards will be distributed to user accounts within 7 working days after the campaign, which means after 5th of February, 7 days. All right. User must complete any amount of staking transaction during the campaign period to qualify for the day draw. The more staking transaction, the higher the chance of winning. All right. Third, UBS reserves the right to modify, update, or cancel this announcement at its own discretion for any reason without prior notice. Okay, here's the event. All right, the campaign dates are here. These are here. Okay, okay. So this is clear. So you just go to your web account or your app account. So you just there will be a icon. Okay, that states the Spring Festival celebration. As you all know, today is the last day of the lunar calendar. We call it Chuxi. So it's the last day of our Chinese year calendar. Supposedly, we're having reunion dinner. But because of a challenge for the UBS Global Academy for 180 days continuous podcast without stopping, and we are doing all the episode. And here tonight, I'm doing alone here as my friends are all having their reunion dinner. But I thanks all of you for joining the session uh, for this podcast to accompany me for this reunion night. Okay, After covering this, I would like to update another event which is starting tomorrow. Okay, this one is not in the app itself. Okay, this is a this is an event organized by Global Academy by us. So tomorrow, okay, there'll be an event going on for the airdrop, and there'll be 8 lucky winner. Okay, so the criteria of the game will be announced tomorrow, and also tomorrow there'll be a OPP session, all right, by our head trainer. His name is Brian So. Okay. But before I proceed on, let me just share with you the Telegram link. Okay, so go and join us. Only people that will get, sorry, give me a second. Let me share the link first. Okay, I've shared the link. So only people who are in our Telegram group can get access to our secret phrase. All right. Then together with your UID code sent to us for the participation for the event. But that will happen tomorrow, all right, and the day after, not tonight, all right. It's a 2 days event, so look out for our criteria tomorrow that they will announce to every one of you. So please go and join, all right. I've shared the link to you all, and thanks for all of you. Now our Telegram has more than about close to about 350, all right, and we should grow the community to a larger group. And the next I wanted to share with you is the UBC, which is actually mentioned yesterday. Let me share the link first. Okay, you can go to the account and see as well here. All right. Oh, sorry, it's here. Here. Okay, this is a new event. All right. Special Lunar New Year event. Stake UBC for UBX for UBC. Mining and enjoy an exclusive 1% daily return for 90 days. Okay. So this is the event detail. All right. 26 started, then end on 5th February is a special event, limited days. Then how to participate in the event. Stake UBX and select a 90 days UBC mining period. Okay. Reward detail. Qualified orders will enjoy a 1% return daily. Then after the event then ends, the daily return rate will return to the standard period rate, all right, which is 90 days, 0.8%. The important notes to take note is that ensure staking operations are complete within the event period. Only the 90 days UBC mining period is eligible for this promotion. The platform reserves the final interpretation rights for this event. All right. So don't miss the opportunity. All right. Go and grab your 1% high yields. All right. I have done for all the updates. Now we can proceed on to our topic. Okay. Global market updates. Okay, my update is actually for this week. All right, there's a few important events happening in the market. The first I would like to share is something to do with our exchange. All right, KuCoin. Okay, they have reached a settlement with U.S. authorities. All right, agreed to pay nearly 300 million for operation as an unlicensed money transmitting business. The deal also mandate a 2 years exit from the U.S. market and significant leadership restructuring. All right. It happens on 24th January. The settlement was announced following months of investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice. and the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. It highlights KuCoin illegally failure to comply with anti-money laundering and know your customer regulations. So as an impact, KuCoin agreed to temporarily cease operation in the US, give up a significant market share to competitors like Binance and Coinbase. The settlement include leadership changes, with key executives stepping down to allow for a more compliant operation structure. This event highlights the increasing regulatory scrutiny faced by centralized exchange. So so they are focusing on compliance and transparency on such illegal activities like money laundering and fraud. So I think this is something that we need to take note of for UBS exchange as well. Anything to do with US government, we have to get the correct certificates and all. Then the second, all right, I think this one I mentioned before is Trump's mini token. So on the 17th of January, Donald Trump launched the meme coin through his company, CIC Digital LLC, making his official entry into the crypto space. The coin's launched with a promotional campaign targeting his supporter and wider crypto enthusiasts, emphasizing freedom, patriotism, and innovation. And on the 19th of January, it saw a demand and surge in trading volumes, pushing its valuation to over 5 billion within hours of its debut. The token quickly climbed to the 19th position in the global cryptocurrency rankings because of speculations and social media. Then on the 21st of January, the price experienced a sharp correction. All right. We all know that when you launch, right, it's about 18 cents. And it climbed up the highest, I think, is $85. Then I think currently now it priced about $30, 29.80. All right. So it actually experienced a very, very sharp correction just a week. So the impact that the Trump meme coin actually underscore the power of branding in the crypto space. Okay. Especially when tied to high profile figures. And a lot of critics shows concern over the speculative nature of such meme coins, warning that it could further cause a market volatility. And Trump's direct involvement in the cryptocurrency also sparked questions about potential conflict of interest, particularly given his previous criticism of digital currency as a threat to the US dollar. Then number three, ethical and regulatory implications of Trump meme coin. So recently, all right, on the 27th of January, a lot of parties criticized the lack of regulation surrounding cryptocurrency venture tied to political figures. They want that such venture could be used to circumvent campaign finance law or hide financial interests. And critics also highlight the lack of safeguard to protect retail investors, many of them who may have been drawn to Trump's meme coin for its branding rather than its financial fundamental. So whichever coin that you buy, remember as a meme coin, always make sure that you read their white papers or understand their fundamentals for the token, and especially their tokenomics. I mean, you still have to see whether they carry out the milestone, the key events, and whatever they say they have carried out to make sure that actually you're on the safeguard. And the impact for this event has the need of clearer guidelines on the involvement of political figures in cryptocurrency ventures. Because this actually attract a lot of inexperienced investors, especially young adults, all right, because due to highly speculative markets. Next, we have market volatility and external influences. Okay, we all know that Bitcoin actually been dropping for the last 11 days, right? And actually dipped below 100K yesterday. So as Bitcoin declined globally, driven by announcement, all right? I think a lot of people also not sure why it happens. They're actually driven by this Chinese AI startup. It's called DeepSeek, right? DeepSeek. The startup reveals plans to offer affordable, advanced AI models, causing a ripple effect in the tech sector as investors reassure valuations. Okay, despite no direct connection between the Bitcoin and DeepSeek, the announcement fueled market-wide risk-off sentiment, spilling over into crypto market. Then the impact of this underscore how external factors like developments in technology or microeconomic news can significantly impact the cryptocurrency market. And price movement for the Bitcoin are increasingly tied to institution participation and broader market trends, making it more sensitive to events outside the crypto space. All right. And last but not least, is one of the major events that I think is important to be careful about. All right. We all know on 23rd of January, Trump actually signed an executive order. All right. It's called Strengthening American Leadership in Digital Finance Tech. Let me just show you the video. It's interesting to get to know this because I think it's important for all of us. All right. See you in a second. Oh shit. Can you hear? Cannot. See you in a second.
Find it exciting. It might not be said, but you're going to make a lot of money for the country. Okay.
Okay, so we've been speculating.
Understand it is.
Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital on crypto and leader leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
Find it exciting. It might not be said, but you're going to make a lot of money for the country. Okay.
Okay, so we've been speculating about this for the longest time, but we can now officially say that Trump has done it. The first crypto-related executive orders are here. They've been signed. Specifically, Trump has signed an order to make America the world capital of crypto, along the lines of what we've kind of been expecting, right? And of course, this is fantastic news, but what exactly does it mean for the world of crypto? Well, according to the CEO of Morgan Creek, that is Mark Yusko, all of this paves the road to a strategic Bitcoin or a strategic crypto reserve. But which altcoins are going to make it to that reserve? We've had our own take on this. You can check out our previous videos over the course of these last few days. But according to Yusko, the founders of these altcoin projects are building ties with the Trump family, particularly Eric Trump. And then, as you probably know, Trump also announced a massive $500 billion investment into AI infrastructure in the United States. And of course, this has major implications, both direct and indirect, for the world of cryptocurrency projects, especially the American ones.
After finding the Chi Men manifestation, people always ask me why I was so lucky. It turns out that you can manifest your own luck.
Welcome to the channel. My name is signing this crypto executive order. is kind of what the crypto sector was waiting for. It's not a major surprise, to be honest. We've been anticipating this for a long time. Going back to last year on the campaign trail, this is something that Trump said he would do. And to his credit, by the way, not just for crypto, but he has been fulfilling a lot of his promises in this first week as president. So kudos to him. It's nice to see that from a politician, candidly, from my perspective. But going back to the executive order right now that affects the crypto sector, this is something that's going to pave the way more officially for that strategic Bitcoin reserve, SBC, or perhaps alternatively, a broader strategic crypto reserve, including other projects in addition to Bitcoin. That's SCR, Strategic Crypto Reserve. And of course, that would probably include some very popular altcoins if we went down that road. We're going to be discussing which ones very soon. What we do know is that there's going to be a working group on digital asset markets. David Sachs is going to lead this initiative. He's an early investor in major firms like Facebook, Uber, SpaceX, and Airbnb. So pretty good track record. And this work group also includes AI. More on that in a moment. Now, besides Sachs, this group is also going to include the Secretary of the Treasury and the new SEC chair and CFTC. However, there are still also a few uncertainties. So, for example, as of right now, there is no mention of the digital assets that are going to be held in this reserve. Trump did hint at prioritizing digital coins founded in the United States. Bitcoin is not necessarily founded in the US, given that Satoshi is anonymous. However, projects like Solana's SOL, Circle's USDC, or Ripple's XRP are. All of those are American projects. And look, when I think about it, a strategic Bitcoin reserve still makes the most sense. I think that has the highest percentage chance of going through versus the other options. However, that being said, Ripple is lobbying heavily for that broader strategic crypto reserve. Ryan Selkis, the founder of Masari, actually accused Ripple of buying their way into a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Don't forget that Ripple donated very heavily to Trump during his campaigning. In fact, I believe they led the way in donations across the rest of the crypto projects out there in the space. Masari knows what they're talking about. They are a crypto research platform. But look, aside from what everyone has to say, opinions, the lobbying, the posturing, there are 4 altcoins in particular that seem to be the prime candidates that would make the cut here. Those being Ripple's XRP, Cardano's ADA, Hedera's HBAR, and Circle's USDC. And to be honest, a lot of the reasoning here is political. The fact is that the founders of these projects are making ties and are getting cozy with the Trump family.
There's a lot of talk that they'll expand beyond just Bitcoin to now, XRP and Cardano and Hedera. And look, those founders have been buddying up to the administration and to Eric, and I think Eric's driving a lot of this, his son. So we'll see.
Another really nice thing to see about this recent executive order, something that for me was very heartening, is that it specifically bans CBDC, central bank digital currencies. So this stops outright the Federal Reserve's ability to create a new CBDC, a Fed coin, for example, at least for the time being. And keep in mind, this is an area where Ripple really is one of the worldwide leaders right now. So this work group now has 180 days to either propose or advise against the creation of a, quote, national digital asset stockpile. And Trump, of course, already launched his Trump meme coin, TRUMP, amid some criticism, which I say is justified. On the more legitimate side of things, his DeFi project, World Liberty Financial, their biggest investment is in Ethereum, in ETH. Keep an eye on Ethereum because it's sort of been flying under the radar. Not a lot of buzz, not a lot of excitement surrounding ETH right now, but its run has not started, in my opinion. So that was the executive order. Let's talk now a little bit about a related subject, which is the allocation of $500 billion for this massive AI project. That is how much Trump's administration is investing in United States-based artificial intelligence infrastructure. The work group that I mentioned before that's led by Sachs also is looking into AI. Probably no surprise there. Trump has even referred to Sachs as the AI and crypto czar. Now, Stargate is the new company that's going to lead this initiative and this charge. Every indication right now suggests that this is going to grow AI infrastructure in the US pretty considerably. 3 companies will invest $100 billion to get this project off the ground. Another $500 billion is ready to pour into Stargate at a later date. And of course, it's very likely that this is going to flow over to US-based AI projects in the crypto space. We also have our friend and ally, Senator Cynthia.
All right, just to show you all right, some of the video that I find is very interesting, talking about US market. And especially it do concern to us, especially as an exchange, and also to understand what kind of rules and regulations that United States will actually come out. And I think you all heard it right. All right, they are trying to find some blockchains that develop locally. All right, those are 4 major one is candidates is Solana, as well. All right, Circus USDC and Ripple XRP. But of course, there's also argument, okay, regarding this local blockchain, because they say that it's a private company. Let me just share with you one of the views that some expert said about SRP. Give me a second, let me show you. Okay.
Prosperity and freedom. I can confirm Ripple is actively spending millions of dollars trying to undermine a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the United States of America. This is not just an attack on Bitcoin, but on principles of transparency, on fairness, and on our national security. A Bitcoin strategic reserve would be one of the most important economic announcements in American history. I personally would put it on par with Nixon in 1971. However, it would be the first positive economic announcement that comes from the United States in the last 100 years. In 1933, the US made an economic announcement. What was it? We're confiscating your gold. In 1971, the US made an economic announcement. What was it? We're divorcing ourselves from the gold standard. We're divorcing ourselves from being governed by the immutable laws of Mother Nature so that we can debase your money and inflate your life. In 2008, the US made an economic announcement. What was it? It was, we are bailing out and protecting private corporations, banks, and Wall Street at the expense of you, the public. If the US goes on to make an economic announcement that is the support of a Bitcoin strategic reserve, it will not act against its people in the best interest of the public. It will do the opposite. This is a money that is owned, operated, and governed by the people. Governments and corporations own a fraction of this network. Who owns it? Who had first access? The people, the public. This is about being pro-industry, pro-jobs, pro-energy, pro-growth, pro-technology. This is about solving our deficits. This is about leaning into the future and investing in prosperity for generations to come, equality, inclusion, the leader of the free world, adopting technology that promotes American ideals, a money that we don't control, but that we support, that both aids to solve our country's biggest problems and promotes the world we want to see as Americans and its people. Now, Ripple. Ripple is a for-profit company. It prints its own token in XRP, and it is asking the US government to support its monopoly. I ask you this, why should
All right, guys, so
the
we are
US
starting
government
off with
back a privately owned currency? This is corporate lobbying disguised as innovation. This is corporate lobbying disguised as tech growth industry. Ripple created all of its currency, issued it to themselves, and relies on the public to buy it. This is not the money for the people. This is not in the best interest of the public. This is in the best interest of a private corporation. This is an economic announcement that would be like 2008, that would be like 1971, that would be like 1933. This is against what this new administration and President Trump stands for. This is against the best interest of the United States of America. It is absurd and ridiculous, and Ripple needs to stand down immediately. Not only are they undermining future prosperity and the United States benefiting from the technological innovation that is Bitcoin, but they are also trying to take advantage of the situation and benefit themselves. Call your representatives and
Okay, I'm not trying to cause any dispute, all right? Just mentioning that the four tokens that was mentioned just now, the Solana as well, Circles, USDC, and Ripple SRP, because some of them are private owned and does not have a tie with the government. And a lot of these coins are trying right now to get in the good books for Donald Trump so that they can be the Federal Reserve, all right? They can choose as a Federal Reserve token. But of course, in the market, voices are mentioning Bitcoin, Ethereum, all right, Solana. So all these are pretty good candidates for being get into the National Reserve funds. And you know what it means? If you get in the reserve funds, the whole population of the United States will actually buy your coin. So it's a big thing. It's a big thing, all right? So if you are also want to buy, just be mindful that these four tokens do more research before you invest in them. I just want to I just want to make sure that you all make the correct decision and do your correct due diligence for the information before you go and buy all these four tokens that was being mentioned just now. All right. Then the last thing, all right, that what would I mention about Donald Trump policy? I think it's something important for us to know the current situation in the market and forever investment that we're going to make, right? Especially this coming 2 months or 3 months. There's a lot of rules and regulations will be implemented in the market, and be careful, all right? Although Trumps are pro crypto lovers, but the rules and regulations may be against cryptocurrencies and exchanges. All right. So, but in times to come, they are predicting that Bitcoin by this year will actually goes up to 200,000, 160,000 to 200,000. Okay, this is just prediction. I'm not asking you to buy. Okay, but of course, for the past couple of years, US has been suffering from inflation very badly. Okay, so I also mentioned about a strategy investment that is called dollar cost averaging. Okay, so it actually quite useful, all right? That I want to show you this video. Okay, this video is actually by Larry, all right, the CEO of BlackRock. All right, he mentioned this, all right, in some forum in the public. Okay, I think it's pretty interesting to know. All right, just give me a second.
Country. You can have if you're frightened of your debasement of your currency or you're frightened of your economic or political stability of your country, you can have an internationally based instrument called Bitcoin that will overcome those local fears. And so I'm a big believer in the utilization of that as an instrument. I was with a sovereign wealth fund during this week, and that was the conversation. Should we have a 2% allocation? Should we have a 5% allocation? If everybody adopted that conversation, that it would be 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 for Bitcoin.
Does it also?
I'm not promoting it, by the way. So that is not my promotion or.
Okay, likewise, I'm not promoting as well, right? It's just to let you all know that if you all do have some spare money, you all can every month, right, buy a few hundreds or 100, 200 to invest on Bitcoin for the future. Okay, I think it will be good for to keep some Bitcoin in the future as well, and you'll definitely go up in the future. Okay, so today, as for my topic, global market updates has been done. So I actually saw someone raise the hand. Someone sent a message, but I think it's in India, in Indian language. So I can't read. Sorry. But I will try to go and translate it later on. Then after that, I'll give a reply soon. All right. Okay. Somebody asked me Anthony Hill. All right. Thanks Anthony Hill for coming again. Appreciate your presence. All right, yeah, it's a good question. Is it safe to buy these four tokens on UBX, or is it risky as UBX can confiscate them and give us equity token for them? All right. Actually, I do not want to comment on this. It's up. There's a lot of wallet in the market. There's a lot of exchange in the market. So feel safe to use any, feel comfortable to use. All right. So I'm not asking you to must buy in the UBS exchange, but of course, if you would like to support, I would be happy as well. All right. So today's sessions is done. So I would like to give a gentle reminder again for tomorrow. Tomorrow there will be a session for opportunity sharing by Brian So. All right. Then hope you all can invite more people to listen more. All right. I think he will analyze more thoroughly and more precise information will be given by him. Because every now and then there's a lot of updates in UPS, especially this couple of months. There'll be a lot of updates. Then I think he will give you all a very good insight news and also sharing the presentation to you because the presentation is actually done by himself. Then he normally gives a very different presentation in the market. So the presentation that he did himself, we are not sending out as well. So you can only hear it in our OPP, all right? In our UBS podcast. Then lastly, one last gentle reminder: if those who have not joined our Telegram group, all right, please join. Please come and join us. Okay, I send the link again. Okay. Let me send a link. Okay. Now, okay. I send the link again. Then please come and join. Tomorrow there's an airdrop event for UVX podcast, Global Academy. Then we will be playing some games. All right. Tomorrow is Chinese New Year. It's the actual day for our Chinese New Year. So Brian will be playing airdrop event. All right, with all the participants for the podcast. The rules and regulations will be announced tomorrow. All right, but the hint is please join our Telegram group. All right, you'll need your UID and also a secret phrase that we send out in the Telegram group itself. So to send both to the podcast so that to win the airdrop. Okay, very clear. So first thing, get ready to join our Telegram group. Second, get your UID ready. Third, tomorrow's event we will send out the secret phrase. Then after that, send in your secret phrase and your UID together, all right, so that to participate in the event. But when to send out, okay, when to send out the detail, all right, will be announced by our trainer tomorrow. Okay, so please come and join us. I wish everyone Happy New Year. All right. So thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye. I noticed that someone is still coming in. So if you are still new, please join our Telegram group. All right. Tomorrow there will be an airdrop event. All right. I send out again. Okay, as I mentioned, we'll be doing 180 days continuously for the podcast. Do come and join us. It happened on the same time, 8 p.m. Singapore time. Okay. Thanks for joining again. The podcast has ended. Okay. Our podcast won't be that long. It always will be about 45 minutes to 1.5 hours, right? Especially for opportunity sharing. So if you like for today's topic, all right, or the things that I mentioned, please send a like. But if not, please also give me some suggestion for improvement. All right, we are still new in this podcast, so I hope that you can give some feedback. The feedback can send through the Telegram group. There's a feedback form. All right, you give us a suggestion or feedback. Thanks a lot. Okay, I'm gonna end this soon. All right. The requirement for airdrop, you just need to join our Telegram group. Can I repeat? First thing, join our Telegram group. Second, get your UID ready. Okay. Third, tomorrow come for the podcast. All right. Then our head coach Brian So will actually tell you what to do. Okay. When to send in your UID plus the secret phrase that will be sending out in the Telegram group. Only those in the Telegram group will actually get the secret phrase. You will not send through the podcast itself. All right. So please take note. Okay, I'm gonna end this soon. All right. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. Bye bye.